You guys keep saying that gingers are black. You're wrong. Filipinos are black. Filipinos are black people. Let me explain. Number one, they can sing. Number two, they are good at everything. Like, there's nothing that a Filipino person does that is not spectacular.
We'll take the Filipinos. Thank you very much. These motherfuckers can dance. These motherfuckers can cook. These motherfuckers can sing. And they get soulful as a bitch. Just because they listen to mariachi music doesn't mean that they not killing it when the motherfucking karaoke party start popping off. You got everybody's uncle, Tito. Tito is in the motherfucking garage throwing down on the turntables right now.
I've been called the N-word 6 times in the Philippines now. 5 times by kids and 1 time by an adult. You want to know what's even more interesting? The adult wasn't Filipino. It was a white foreigner. He called me the N-word because we had a little misunderstanding in the mall. Well, that's not what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the 5 times I was called by kids and 1 time by an adult. For me, this makes me understand that Filipino adults are more informed about the impact or the meaning of the N-word and wouldn't really use it, and kids aren't really aware, and that's why I've been called the N-word more by kids than adults in the Philippines. No Filipino adult has ever called me the N-word. Kids have called me the N-word 5 times, and I guess this is because of the influence of American movies. They're fond of watching American music, pop shows, and other social media popular activities that make them call me the N-word. I think this can be addressed basically through basic education, informing them and getting them to learn more. I'm not justifying that these kids are right calling me the N-word or calling a dark-skinned person like me the N-word. I think education is very important, and this can be addressed by some basic or home education. That's what I think.
Guys, please don't mention Filipinos to me. At every juncture of my life, I have somehow gotten way too close to Filipinos. Love you. I need that bag out of the freezer, dog. But on a serious tip, my best friend for like 2 decades was a Filipino. Little Filipino boy, love his family. His mom makes the best lumpia. The best lumpia are those long, skinny johns. I don't care what y'all say. I don't want the fat lumpia. I want the long, skinny johns. Then I accidentally lived with Filipinos for almost a year. It was so accidental, y'all. But they're cool shit. Cool ass people. And honestly, honest to God, they're black. That's why a lot of them be rejecting blackness in some sense. But Filipinos, yes, y'all are Asian, but y'all are also black people. The way y'all be moving, the way y'all act, as soon as y'all get a check, y'all run to the grocery store, just like black people. So yeah, Filipino people, y'all are black, and I love y'all.
There's a story that's barely told, a truth whispered in beauty standards, erased in school books, and lost in the laughter of colorist jokes. But make no mistake, blackness exists in Filipino society, and its presence is loud, proud, and powerful. From the indigenous Aeta to African diasporic influence to the modern-day Filipinos embracing their melanin against centuries of colonial mentality, the question isn't whether blackness exists, it's why it's been buried. Stay tuned because we're about to uncover a truth that history tried to bleach out.
What do you think about the colorism here? Are Filipinos racist to other Filipinos?
I think when I grew up, yeah. Because, like, if you're born and you're kind of light-skinned, like, they call you to soy, or, like, some people treat you way better because, like, you're special because you're kind of white, like, light-skinned. Like, if you're born when you're dark, like, some Filipinos are born, like, dark-skinned.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, when I grew up, they were like, oh, you're like Akta. That's what they call it to, like, it's
Ata?
Akta.
Okay, Ata.
It's like a dark. It's not like a human being that lives in a tree or whatever. I can't explain it. It's like
Damn.
So like it's not human. But nowadays, like when I grow up, it's not like big deal.
It's not a big deal now.
It's like it's just when you're like a kid and some other kids pick on.
So you think dark-skinned Filipinos are starting to feel beautiful now?
Like.
How did you all get so light? Where is the color? Where are the dark-skinned people from your region? Over there. So in the Philippines, we have very complicated past. The first people who inhabited Philippines are black people. During the Ice Age, a lot of people from Africa migrated all over Asia. Many of them went to China, India, Australia, Malaysia, Indonesia, and then Philippines. And some of the tribe who inhabited Australia, Indonesia, China, and possibly India found their way to the Philippines. And there was a time that Europeans traveled across the globe, and many countries were colonized by Europeans. We're talking about Canada, America, Australia, and many parts in Asia. So, Philippines were colonized by Spaniards. Back in the day, Spaniards forced many Filipinos to change their last name because apparently their last name is ugly. And hence why there are many Filipinos have Spanish last names. And also many Filipinos were forced to change their belief into Catholic. Hence why there are over 90% of Catholic people in the Philippines. If you refuse to change your religion, you will be. And the only tribe who did not get forced to change their belief are the Igorot tribes, because they fought the Spaniards and Spaniards were defeated. And also, there was a time that Spaniards eliminated a lot of Filipino. There was a time that Japanese, Americans, and Chinese took over the Philippines. And that is why many Filipinos have many different skin tones.
When we talk about race and identity in the Philippines, blacks is often ignored, misunderstood, or worse, shamed. And yet, the roots of blackness in Filipino society run deep. Let's start with the Aeta people. The Aeta, along with other Negrito groups, are considered some of the earliest inhabitants of the Philippines, predating Austronesian settlers. The dark-skinned, curly hair, and African features have historically made them the targets of discrimination and marginalized despite being indigenous to the land. They have been called ugly, mocked in media, and pushed to the margins of society, all because of deeply embedded colorism fueled by centuries of Spanish colonization and American imperialism. You see, colonization didn't just take land. It reshaped beauty, power, and worth. The Spanish brought with them a preference for pale skin and European features, ideals that filtered into media, marriage, politics, and self-worth. The rise of skin whitening products in the Philippines today is no accident. It's a billion-peso industry built on the lie that lighter is better. But here's the part that rarely gets told. Blackness in the Philippines didn't disappear. It adapted. It resisted. From Afro-Filipinos who came through African-American military presence to black influences in hip-hop, fashion, and dance culture. So blackness has continued to shape, influence, and challenge Filipino identity. And now we are seeing a new wave of Filipinos proudly embracing their dark skin, celebrating indigenous roots, and pushing back against colorist norms. So influencers like Asian Jackson have created entire movements like Magadong Moronex, promoting brown beauty and even confronting anti-Blackness. Artists, educators, and activists are rising up to say being Filipino doesn't mean being fair-skinned. The truth is, blackness in Filipino society has always been there. But like all things that challenge supremacy, it was silenced. Now, the silence is breaking, and it's time to recognize blackness in all its Filipino forms, not as other, but as part of the fabric of the nation itself.